Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any of our platforms. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing details. Back in 2012, Bethune launched the DB27 Titan Hawk, and that's exactly what we have right here. The Titan Hawk is divided into two generations. Generation 1 is 2012 to 2017, and that's what we've got. It's actually the one I prefer of the two for a couple of reasons I'll elaborate. But let's talk about what's common to all DB27s. 43 millimeters in diameter, floating lugs, grade 5 titanium. So grade 5 tie means it's as light as tie, it's as hypoallergenic as tie, but unlike grade 2, it can be polished and it's more scratch resistant even than standard watchmaking steels. 43 in diameter, it's thin in profile, only 12.1 as I measure it. And this set of floating lugs has a span that varies from 50.2 lug to lug when fully extended, all the way down to 47.6 when fully compressed. And we've got a 26 millimeter spacing between the lugs. On the wrist, the watch wears well. My wrist is 16 centimeters circumference. This is an easy watch to wear. You can see that the lugs are really the key here because they float. They adapt to you. They don't force you to adapt to the watch, which is why this watch can be worn on a wrist as small as 14 centimeters circumference on this set of lugs. And I keep saying this set of lugs because Bethune does have a couple of different lengths, and every once in a while you encounter them. Now, taking a look in profile, because it is so thin, it will slip underneath the cuff. It's not really a dress watch, but it can be worn that way. Down the barrel, and once again over the top. It's a very light watch, all sapphire and titanium, super wieldy. The strap, as you can see, large rectangular scale alligator leather, black matte finish. We have a sheer cut side in profile, so you can see the layers of leather, and then small round scale alligator on the bottom. This is a Bethune factory strap. You can see no crimping or gouging, brand new. By putting gator on both sides, the strap is more expensive, but also much longer lasting than if you use calfskin on the bottom. You can see that the buckle echoes the open buttress-like profile of the lugs themselves. Bethune models all have buckles that correspond to their cases, and this is the buckle used on the 27s and the 28s with the floating lugs. You can see that the watch holds up well over time. Grade 5 tie does not like to scratch. So if, like me, you hate scratches, look for grade 5 tie. Also, we have a monoblock case. As you can see, the case has no separation between bezel and case, so everything loads through the back here. So you have this seamless aesthetic that looks super slick. We have a double knurled bullhead style crown, and it is a screw down crown to achieve extra water resistant hermeticity, but also security against displacement or accidental setting. Because in theory, it could interact with the strap and the lugs. Denis Flageolet, who is the co-founder and watchmaking lead at Bethune, he decided that these bullhead crowns should be screw down for security. But again, it's still a 30-meter watch, so you don't want to go swimming with it, but it's definitely more stout than a standard 30 meters. Taking a look at the dial, it's important to note that Bethune has long made its cases, dials, and movements. Like FP Journe, it has brought all of these primary components in-house. First, in order to be able to control quality. Second, in order to be able to make really small runs. Suppliers don't want to hear that you need 9 dials. They want to hear you need 9,000 dials. So by making all the parts in-house, Bethune can keep the watches exclusive and also the variations relatively many and small in absolute quantity. And we have here a combination of titanium with a blue dial. Now it's a silver on blue print. You can see there's a toroidal track outboard for the hours and minutes, giving the dial excellent depth. We have a concentric pattern called microlight. That's Bethune's alternative to traditional rose lathe engraving, because a Breguet style rosette just wouldn't look right on a watch this modern, but it's still reductive guilloche. Now we have modified Breguet style hands and a date indicator. They're all polished. You could see that the deltoid profile that is often seen on Bethune barrel bridges and dials is present on that date indicator. There is a quick set for the date indicator. Now, the Bethune Titan Hawk version 1, which we have here, has a date. The version 2 has a central second. I prefer the date. Also, the version 1, which we have here, has a 6-day power reserve. The version 2 has a 60-hour power reserve. Another reason I like this, the older watch. So you've got that lovely microlight engraving, and you've got a little bit of a view into the S233 movement, so called because that is the specific gravity of silicon. That is Denis Flageolet's background as a scientist peeking into debethune watchmaking. Now, as you can see, we have an unconventional but well-developed version of debethune's triple parachute shock protection that usually uses large flanking springs, whereas here you can use a set of columns and shock absorbers to achieve the same thing. So we have 1, 2, 3 shock protection springs, triple parachute, making the watch both less susceptible to damage but also better able to recenter the balance staff pivot in its cup jewel after a shock to keep better time. You can appreciate that there is a 2010 patent, debethune balance wheel. Denis Flageolet has patented at this point about, I believe, 10 different balance wheels, each one designed to optimize aerodynamics by reducing drag and the effects of drag on timing by placing as much of the mass in the rim as possible. This one has a silicon disc and a white gold rim, and then also to reduce the effect of temperature changes on timing. So this solid disc of silicon with the white gold rim was the absolute best he could do back in 2010. And while you can upgrade when the watch goes back for service, don't. Keep it as original as possible. You can also see that the hairspring has an unconventional curve to it. It's actually a patented method of taking the hairspring material, cutting it in half, bending it manually, and then clamping it back together to alter its center of gravity so that from side to side it's balanced and it breathes concentrically like an overcoil, but with the flat profile of a flat hairspring. So there's a lot of thought that goes into this. You have a lot of original debethune innovations, as this watch is protected by no fewer than 5 separate patents, and there's 2 mainspring barrels in series with their mainsprings phased for even torque release, so you don't get the watch galloping when it's heavily wound and running ahead. It's not going to do that. It's going to keep very good time whether it's fully wound or close to completely discharged. That's the advantage of having 2 barrels with twin mainsprings that have been phased properly in series. If you love this now discontinued first generation Bethune DB27 Titan Hawk, reach out to me, Team Mosso, at thewatchbox.com.